What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 8, Episode 15. Don't know the title. Looked it up. It ain't on the website. It ain't on TV Guide. It ain't on the guide. Okay? It probably will pop up later. But either way, everybody is back from Trinidad. They're just talking about everything that happened. We have Bambi and Scrappy with their kids. Chilling with Rashida, Kurt, and Mimi. Okay, and they got the kids there, and they're just playing around and everything. Carter, little Carter, all that stuff. You know, um, that just like look like this trampoline place, whatever. But they're speaking and they're talking to Stevie just chilling back, and then he's asking what happened. They giving him the lowdown about Carly and the dirty sheets and Pooh and all this shit. But the part that got me, I don't even care about anything else, girl. Rashida, okay. Mimi is just Mimi has no real storyline unless it gets to the end of the season and then all of a sudden we want to give her a storyline because she did, when she was talking to Carly, talking about Ty and all that stuff, but we'll get to that in a minute. But, she brings up the fact that she said, so when you gonna talk to old girl, Rashida? I said, why you had to bring that shit up right now? All right. At this point, Stevie J was like, what you talking about? The stuff with your baby mama, with Kurt baby mama? Kurt like, whoa. And I was like, well, that's what it is at this point, You don't respect her enough, so when you don't respect her, that's what it is. That's what it is. You're not going to say the mother of my child. You're going to call her your baby mama. That's what you call it. Moving on. Basically what was going on, she trying to figure out whether or not she can talk to her or not talk to her. One person saying you should talk to her. Then Stevie J interjections like, you deal with a whole bunch of stuff. And, when you're dealing with a person like that, it's best that you sit down with them so that you can air out all your differences and, no negativity and all that stuff can pop up because you just don't know what this person may or may not do. Mimi looking like, bitch, you got your goddamn nerves. All of a sudden you get married or whatever. And now you yoked up in this bitch. But she was like, if it wasn't for Faith being an intermediary sometimes and then them going through what they going through, they wouldn't be on the same page as they are now. So whatever. But at this point, Rashida, she don't know whether or not she gonna sit down with the girl. And I think she did come to the point that she's gonna sit down, and if it works, if it works. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Here's my thing, what really made me side eye Rashida. Rashida girl. You said that you're not here for, Jasmine going to the blogs and putting stuff on her page or whatever, talking about you questioning her parenting and all that stuff. You said that you didn't question her parenting. You kind of did. You kind of did. You don't have to say, oh, what is she like? Or how was she as a mother? Why would she as a mother do this? And why would she do this? And why would she do that as a mother, as a mother? You don't have to say those words directly to question a person's parenting, but what you did, and when the post that they put up was the post that she posted right after the episode, when Cannon came over to the house, and she was talking about whether or not the boy was potty trained or was he wearing pull-ups or was whatever. That's what she put the post up, and so that's what she talking about, you questioning her parenting, okay? Because you can't do work, because ain't nobody gonna be wearing no pull-ups or whatever, and when they at this age or whatever, they shouldn't be doing that. I said that's what you did. So that's what she was referring to, and don't act like you didn't say it. We can run the tape back, okay? Moving on from that, they gonna figure that shit out. We got Jock and Kendra over there at Shekinah Place, getting her hair done, getting her wig done, which was kind of fucked up in the front if you ask me. I was like, bitch, pull that shit back. And Shekinah was like, wait a minute, Jock, you got your own place. Why is it that you over here with me? Okay, Kendra said, I can't stand that bitch over there at the shop. Sharonda, she doing the fucking most, like she always getting attitudes and stuff like that. She running people out the shop. Not only is she doing it with her, she was like, is it a jealousy thing? Like, what is it? She was like, no, I don't think she jealous. It's just that any female that come in there, a woman that come in there, that's what she do. Like, she running people out, the clients, the stylists and all that. How many stylists did y'all have? Girl, Jack said we went for like 10, 11 stylists to like 3. I said 10, 11 to 3. Damn. That's 7. That's 7, 8 people that gone. Girl, what the fuck is going on? Okay. And then at this point, they're gonna have to sit down and talk to Sharonda. And Jock, wanted Shakana to go over there to the shop or whatever and do a little drive by and, try to see what's going on, get the lowdown or whatever undercover, right? And so Kendra leaves out. Jock was like, let me talk to her right quick. So he goes over there talking to Shakana and, was trying to tell her what was going on between her and Kendra. I mean him and Kendra, about them. He wanted to propose to her. He was thinking about proposing. He said he was going to propose in Trinidad. She was like, well, what stopped you? Because, that bitch said that she ain't want no kids. She said, I know you not finna let this stop you. She a whole ass attorney. She cute. She ain't got no kids. So what if she don't want no kids right now? Bitch, you got a whole bunch of them, okay? That's the only quality that's gonna make or break this relationship. I said, I understand that. You're like, you got to do what you got to do, but these are situations questions and issues that you have to talk about. And in Jock's case, I honestly feel as though, do you really need more kids? Do you really need more kids? You got 8 of them motherfuckers already, and I know child support gotta be a bitch, okay? Gotta be. That's why you on the show as long as you on the show, so the ports can keep coming in, keep coming in, keep coming in. But anyway, he gonna figure that out. So moving on from that, we get this whole scene with Carly Red talking with Sierra and Mimi. She's talking about how even though she went to Trinidad and Pooh showed up with all the bullshit, she still had a good time. And so at this point, I forget how Scrap showed up. Oh, yeah. Mimi was talking about how, Stevie J is back in town and all this shit or whatever. And it was like, Stevie in town? Yeah, he over there kicking it with Scrap and, Scrappy, and they went out or whatever. It was like, wait a minute. Sierra said, let me put this out there. Let me confess, first of all, so you won't hear from nobody else and make it look like I'm doing some shady shit. So I was introduced to Scrap. We was doing this event. He came over there and introduced himself to me. Okay, and then I invited him to the anti-gun violence, thing for my stepson, you know what I'm saying, who passed away. And I just wanted to let you know that. Carly was like, look, girl, good for you. I'm in a whole ass relationship. I'm trying to work on that. Okay, I don't really care. That was years ago. You can do what you want to do. Okay, I'm trying to figure out this shit with my relationship. Me talking about how, Ty's supposed to be coming home. She been gone in Israel playing overseas for like 6 months. And now that Stevie and her are closer, on the right, getting on a good page or whatever, Ty been a little bit distant. She trying to figure out what's going on with that. And then, Mo, Carly talking about how Mo, he a little controlling. Okay, he up here talking about some, I want you to be at home at 2:00, not 2:01, not 2:02. And was like, we need to figure this stuff out. It was like, that sounds a little controlling. I don't like that. I said, Mo, I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, but if you really doing this, what's your problem? That dude, it is Carly, so you just never know. But for some people, that screams insecurity. Okay, that screams insecurity right then and there. And it was like, well, you need to talk to somebody. Why don't you just talk to Dr. Jeff? He helped me and Stevie out when I was going through that issue with him and Jocelyn or whatever. And it was like, talk to Dr. Jeff. I said, Dr. Jeff is the go-to reality TV psychiatrist, therapist, or whatever that everybody go to all the time, And in Atlanta, is it him or Dr. fucking Sherry? Girl, okay. So, Jock, he goes over there to the shop and this girl is coming in. She has an appointment and he looks around and he sees that it's like at least a good 6 people sitting there waiting. They could be extras trying to, do it up a little bit, exaggerate for the cameras, okay? And so Sharonda and you only see like 2 stylists, Sharonda and this other girl. I said, bitch, is that girl putting Elmer's glue on that girl head? But okay, it caught my attention. It could be something else, same bottle color. But I was like, okay. But he asked the girls that were sitting down how long have they been waiting, and they was like longer than expected, way longer than expected. And see, I didn't like the way Sharonda was acting. Okay, I don't know if she putting on for the cameras. I don't know what it is, but at this point with the cameras on and people are talking to, see, what do y'all don't understand about being on TV and how this stuff can affect your business. All right, you putting your business out there, and you putting your attitude and all your stuff out there, and this can determine whether or not people want to work with your ass. Okay, now people are complaining that you are driving away clients and you are driving away stylists and stuff, but yet when you get checked on camera or whatever, they didn't have no problem waiting, so whatever. And then one of them walked out. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I double booked. That is not a good thing, all right? People go off on people because they double book and each and everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to compensate motherfuckers for that, because you're going to compensate my time, all right? Because you told me at this time I expect to at least give you 10 minutes. Okay, to get your shit together. You supposed to get me done right then and there. All right, that ain't my fault that you overbooked. You know what I'm saying? You give me gas money back, okay, and give me time wasted back. You know what I'm saying? But she was going off. I just didn't like her attitude. Somebody called and Jack was making fun. Was like, hello, what's his name, upper echelons or whatever, you trying to book a thing, you want to wait for 3 days or whatever because of the wait time. He said he gonna get some people up in there, and the reason why he's in his feelings about it is because he is a partner. Okay, he put his money into it, and hell yeah, I'm gonna be up in it too. I want to know where my investment is going. All right, I'm not getting a return on that investment right about now, and I should have been making a return right about now. Okay, and it's taking a while because you are fucking up the business, and that's what it is. Carly, girl, she at the coffee house on the little computer. She's studying for her little sex class and stuff, trying to become a sex teacher, whatever. And she was like, all this stuff going on with Mo, like, I really love him, but we gotta figure this stuff out because I can't keep on going through this. She told Rashida, Mimi, if you seen the stuff that go on my 4 walls, you'll be like, what? I said, girl, what's really going on? Is something really going on that you're not telling us, or are you just putting on? Which one is it, Carly? Then we get this whole thing with freaking BK and Sierra. BK pulls up, and he like, they got this dog, okay? And he missed the dog. He wants the dog, Bailey. And so that's what he going over there to get. But his real thing is he missed the Sierra, okay? So I guess he thought he was going to go over there, butter her up and be like, I apologize, or, we can talk about this or whatever. And it just didn't go the way that he thought, okay? Because she came to the door with attitude like, why the fuck you here? No, the dog is going to be with me. That's what it needs to be. And next thing you know, it flipped to him being like, you know what, all the shit that you talking about me, you the same motherfucking way, and you a scumbag, you this, you that, all right? You still come. She was like, if you don't get out my face, get out my face. Nah, go on, bitch. I put you on. I said, let me see. When BK was introduced to us, did we know who he was? No. When Sierra was introduced to us, did we know who she was? No. Okay, I will say he got a little bit more something when he started dating Sierra, because he became a freaking member of the cast, I guess, a little bit. But put on, really? Are we really gonna do this? Girl, okay, if that's what you want to think in your mind's eye, we gonna let you think that in your mind's eye. All right. But they get into it. She pushed him, the security jumped up there, and he was like, why you try to rip my shirt? Why you try to I said, bitch, just go. As soon as she said that she wasn't gonna give you that dog back, that was your cue to just fucking leave and let somebody else handle it, okay? Don't let it escalate. You ain't have to go through all that stuff, all right? Both y'all assholes, both y'all wrong, both y'all cheaters. It is what it is. So Scrap, Stevie J, and Kirk and Jock Seal, okay, they're all doing this little boys outing or whatever, men's outing for Scrap. And Stevie got them on this obstacle course, okay? Now everybody was cool with it. They was waiting on Scrappy to get there, but he coming from far out. And so they get to talking about, Scrap and how he just fucking around with everybody and how he's supposed to be single versus Monique. That ran his course. Then it's Sierra. He said, no, it ain't nothing like that. It ain't no relationship. It ain't nothing. Then it was like, oh, don't forget that, you did Carly, his joint too. It was like, yeah, you fucking everything. It was like, what about Tommy and Tierra? I see that you kissed her on the mouth. Me and Tommy ain't together. Then they started talking about Jock and whether or not he gonna get married to, they was like, first of all, you ain't missing Carly and her man, she getting married and her engagement and all that stuff. But Jack, what about you? Ain't you meant to get married? He was like, not quite yet. But at this point, it's nothing really stopping Jack from proposing to Kendra, because he even said himself that she is the one that he wants to be with. You know, she has made him happier than any woman that he's ever been with, whether she wants kids or not. I was like, okay, go ahead and propose. Moving on from that, we see Shekinah goes over there to the shop, okay? Salon Echelon, all right? And then Sharonda just met with attitude. Like, girl, what is your problem? And I'm like, it got to be more to this, because you can't, if you're going to be in customer service, you have to have a better attitude. Now, you a stylist, that's customer service, because you are servicing the public, okay? And, you know, you don't want people to talk negatively about you, and that's all you putting out, negative stuff. You know, she said, hey, what's going on? She asked the girl, is this a blowout? She asking her, what's going on? Where the stylist? It's just you and this other girl. Where's the receptionist? Who's on the phone? You need to have somebody manning the phones, okay? That's what you need to do. And she like, we having new hires or whatever. If you want to man the phones, you go over there and you man the phones, whatever. She kind of took it upon herself, because Jack had already told her that he was going to send down some help. Jack sent Shekinah down there to see what was going on. Was he tripping? And he wasn't tripping, because she was giving Shekinah the same flavor that he was receiving himself. Okay? And so at this point, you know, she would take this girl to go do a blowout, and then it was supposed to be another customer who wanted to get her lace front, and then old girl was like, you can do it, and you can get the phone since I'm about to go on lunch. I was like, ew, her attitude is disgusting. Then we go back to, you know, the boys, and at this point, after they do this little obstacle course, she kind of calls Jack and telling him everything that was going on and how she just disrespectful as hell. And then, you know, they was like, you need to call that girl and tell her what's up. He called Sharonda. She was like, why the fuck you calling me? Every time you call me, it's on some negative shit. I'm trying to tell you, I got a partner that's ignorant as hell, don't know what he doing and what he talking about or whatever. This is the hair business. You don't know what about. And I'm like Jock said, business is business. Okay, you have to run your business on a professional level, regardless of what type of business it is. You are not giving, and you, like I said, working in customer service, you are not giving positive customer service. You are not giving the good one. Okay, and if I was Jack, bitch, she would have been let go. I would have had to buy her out her contract, okay? Because I cannot have you in here doing this stuff. And the man was like, are you sure that you ain't fucked her? He was like, yeah, I ain't touched her, nothing like that. Because it sounded like y'all done did something. And then here goes Stevie Jack. You can't be sticking your pen in the company ink or whatever. I said, he was like, because that's going to be bad for business and all this shit. I said, you want to talk? Jocelyn, Estelita, and everybody else who came through? Oh, okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we see, you know, Shekinah finishing up with the last customer, and, you know, she was like, I see what's really going on. Oh, girl, stressed out. You know, she needs some help up in here. But she was trying to get your ass some help, and you didn't want no help, okay? And so they sat down, and she was like, girl, what's really going on between you and Jock? What is the issue, okay? She said, basically, you know, Jock, when they good, they good, but when they not, they not. Jock be showing favoritism to some of the stylists or whatever, and, you know, make them come in here and feel some type of way or whatever, and not respect her in the same process. And, you know, she kind of was like, well, if this is true, maybe the issue is Jock and not Sharonda. No, it's both of them at this point, okay? Because either way, you should not be talking the way that you're talking, and you should not be taking it out on the clients or whatever, pushing them away and all that shit. And so she was like, you know, you need some help. She was like, yeah, I got some new hires coming in. So they're going to have that. And she's going to report everything back to Jock, what she said or whatever. You know, she said he do a little inappropriate stuff for a man that's supposed to be in a relationship. Okay. And it was like, you know, Jock has this reputation of being a little flirt and all that stuff. So, hey, we can see that happening. Moving on from that. Back at the at the hiking thing, you got Kirk over there trying to take selfies for Rashida, and telling them that, you know, Rashida's supposed to be meeting up with Jasmine today. And it was like, wait a minute. Steven was like, wait a minute, hold up. She meet up with Jasmine by herself? It was like, wait, that's what you suggested. He was like, no, bruh. Y'all supposed to go together, okay? Together. Bitch, it is what it is at this point. Kurt knew. Kurt knew. He knew what that meant. But Rashida and Kelsey was at the new bar and bistro that they're trying to open up, and doing some little repairs and paint and stuff like that. And then this is when Jasmine shows up, and Rashida has this conversation with Jasmine. She was like, trying to dispel and squash all this little internet beef, whatever that we got going on. You post and stuff, and she was like, yeah, well, and exactly what I said. You questioning her about her, the pull ups and stuff like that, and she was like, I just said that matter of factly, like, okay, so we just gonna get him out the pull ups or whatever. Nothing, no this or whatever. And I was like, okay, well, I'm young, I'm human. I shouldn't just be running to social media or whatever. If we had this talk before, it wouldn't happen or whatever. And it was like the way that, you come to me talking, Kirk is making it seem the way that he comes to me telling all this stuff is like you're the villain and you're the one that's saying all this negative stuff. And so now Rashida is looking like, oh, okay, so maybe this conversation should have been happening. Yes, it should have been happening instead of put it off. I know you don't want to fucking talk to the bitch, but sometimes we just got to grow up and we have to do what we don't want to, because like we all said, and you finally realized too, you didn't want no communication between them. You wanted Kelsey to be the go-between, but at the end of the day, Kurt has to go to her to get the baby. Okay? He needs to grow up and take responsibility for that. That's on him, not nobody else. So Jock and the boys, they still at the hiking thing or whatever, and then Scrappy finally shows up, and I don't know which one was playing it, but somebody was playing Sierra's video. I guess she was going live and she was talking about BK. You ain't shit, you a broke ass nigga, you ain't got this, you ain't got that, bitch. I'm fucking fed up. I don't give a fuck about you, all this shit, whatever. They was like, damn, Shawty fed up, Shawty fed up. You gotta make sure that she done with this whole situation before you try to do whatever you trying to do with a Scrap. Scrap like, oh, that ain't nothing but a conversation. I mean, we ain't serious or nothing, but hey, it is what it is. I don't know why people trying to make it seem like we trying to jump into a relationship right now, but it's all to the good. That's basically what's going on with them. The boys was just having a day out with each other. Okay, we always see the girls together. Now it's time to make a whole episode about all the boys being together. Then we get this scene with Carly Red and Mo. They finally going to see Dr. Jeff, and they're discussing about the fact that she wants to get married to him, but they got some problems that they need to figure out. His anger, his tone and stuff changes when he get mad. Of course, when you get angry, that's what happens. And when that happens, the whole thing of, you want me to be back home at 2 o'clock, and he was like, yeah, but you tell me at 2:45 and all this shit, and I'm sitting here like, oh, and was like, well, why don't you tell him? Why don't you tell him? And was like, well, because I'll be scared to tell him. If you don't tell him, what you think will happen? And she was like, I don't, nothing. And Dr. Jeff was like, by you saying nothing, you're saying everything. I said, Carly, that man been putting his hands on you. I'm that's what you're trying to make it seem like. Like it's some domestic abuse going on in here. Whether physical, mental, emotional, what's happening, Carly? Next thing Bo was trying to talk about some things or whatever, trying to, Jeff was trying to get him to take accountability of his stuff or whatever. And next thing Carly started gagging. And she was like, oh God, I'm finna throw up. I said, damn, Carly, what's happening? What is going on? So, she had to gag a little bit, and they were trying to get Mo to, confront what he be saying, and she was like, he be saying, I don't give a fuck whatever you feel or some shit like that. And he was like, yo, man, you know how when you get put on the spot, you don't really want to say what it is, but, he was like, yeah, I said it and all that stuff. Next thing I don't know what Dr. Jeff said or what Carly said or whatever, Mo gets up and throw the ring back. And that's the thing, both of them are immature in this relationship, okay? He may not be hitting her or whatever, but he's not listening to her and he's demanding and controlling or whatever. Like, he was saying by her reaction, you could tell that there's something tumultuous going on in the relationship, and I just don't know, y'all. Dr. Jeff was like, you gotta love yourself more, okay? If this is what you want to put up, this is what you want to put up with. But you have to learn to love yourself more, Carly, okay? Don't be so quick to just want to get married just because this motherfucker want to marry you, okay? Because you want to prove people wrong. If it ain't right, it ain't right, okay? But that was Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, y'all. Tell me how y'all felt about this episode, and I will see you guys later. Peace.